In the hills of Menifee, California, on any given day, you'll feel the wind as it breezes through the trees on a rural landscape. Or see an occasional truck that rolls along the dirt road that fronts the home of Randy Warner, affectionately called the Dalmatian Man. When you first meet Randy, there's an effervescence of pride and charisma that emerges from him. But what appealed to me most was his compassion and genuine affection for the dogs he rescues. For over 16 years, he has rescued 2,700 dogs from abuse, abandonment, or neglect. And each and every one of them have a history, a soul, and their own personality.
This is Monroe. He had mange, stemming from the fact that his original owners poured gasoline on him and lit him. The baby was with 4 college kids down in San Diego last weekend. He'd been tied up in the backyard. 4 college kids, they were never home. They were always out with their girlfriends and out drinking. And he was never fed. The neighbors were throwing food over, and the kids got mad at him for throwing food over because they didn't want him to teach him to eat other food. They were feeding him cans of baked beans. So when the man that lives next door went over and tried to talk to the kids got lippy with him, so he went over to the yard and stole him that next night, stole him and brought him to me.
In exchange for his commitment, he constantly risks jail time, fines, and lives an impoverished lifestyle. His landlord is generous and good-natured with late rent, knowing that Randy survives on occasional part-time jobs and donations for everything, including veterinary services and food. His home, also donated, is a 650-square-foot shack that was previously a motorcycle gang's methamphetamine lab. It is by any means a home, but it shelters all 22 of them. Against animal control policy, the dogs are allowed to roam freely instead of being kennelled inhumanely. Randy believes they're healthier and happier that way, and it gives them a window of adoptability because they can socialize with each other, dig in the dirt, or splash in the pool on a hot summer day. Unfortunately, that's about to all change. The Animal Control of Riverside County is taking Randy back to court for the 43rd time in November because of their strict conditions.
So they want me to $10,000 to build kennels and cages, and then a monthly or a yearly fee of $260 for a license. And then I have to have a separate septic system. I have to have a separate food preparation system. You saw how I fed the dogs, so I don't need a separate food preparation place. And they make everything just impossible for you. If you have more than 15 dogs, you have to put in handicap parking and a handicap bathroom because you're considered commercial. I'm only saving lives at my own, because I want to do that, you know?
It is hard to understand why a man who's intent on saving lives faces severe criticism and intolerable jail time. If he doesn't get help soon, Randy will be arrested, and this will be the 3rd time Animal Control will take all 21 dogs and euthanize them, just because he doesn't have them locked in kennels. It is disturbing, but in America, Animal Control profits from killing animals.
The animal shelters make money by euthanizing their dogs. If I adopt Rocky from the dog pound today, it costs me $48 to $63 at most shelters. If tomorrow's Rocky's day to die, and the taxpayers have to pay for his euthanasia, the taxpayers are charged $109 to kill that dog.
The statistics are disheartening. In Los Angeles, Animal Control placed 209 dogs last year, compared with the 11,000 they've killed. By charging taxpayers for the deaths, then selling their bones to fertilizer factories, Animal Control has become a lucrative business. That's his mission. Reduce the killings, raise awareness of pet ownership, bringing an emotional intelligence, if you will, to children in schools. The same program that has worked for Canada.
In 1981, Canada started an education program to educate their students to stop this because they were killing 10 million dogs a year in 1981. They brought in an education program to educate their 2nd and 3rd graders for an hour and a half per school year. Didn't take any tax increases, just had volunteer speakers do this and work through the program. And they gave them 4 simple steps to follow. What I really need is for someone to help me get an education program started throughout the school districts. It won't cost them anything either. It will be a volunteer basis where the schools can maybe pay $100 for a speaker if they want to, and if not, that's okay. Get in and teach the kids things because the parents aren't teaching them this, and the parents don't know it either, so they can't teach them this. Because I need to get the education out there so that we can stop this nonsense. Because right now, I'm saving dogs, but I'm not able to educate the people because they don't want to hear it. They just want to dump their dogs off on me. Of course, the people that adopt from me are good people. They don't need the education. But I'm turning down 50 a week, and I'm only able to place like 3 or 4 a month because the Dalmatians are out of style nowadays. That's the disgusting part of it.
For a man who needs so much help, Randy keeps the faith and maintains a robust sense of humor to get through another day, knowing that at any moment, it could all be their last. By helping Randy build his foundation and donating our support, we not only help our canine friends, we help ourselves by raising our own awareness of how our actions have consequences, something that children, especially in our schools, desperately need. It's sad that dogs live shorter lives in comparison to ours, but I see why now. They don't need to live that long because they already know how to demonstrate unconditional love and kindness, something that takes us humans 7 times as long to learn.
I don't want them to come out and kill my dogs again. They've done that before. It was devastating, and I don't want it to happen again.
Dogs are more of a role model than we give them credit for. If we listen to their silent voices instead of killing them, it will enhance our emotional and spiritual growth and give a new meaning to the phrase, man's best friend.